Hello. So I'm going to be talking about Aries. This is a video about Aries, just like I just said. Okay, I am not an astrologer, or I don't have any years of experience. Just as like a warning, don't take everything I say as for literal. Not all Aries are like this. Your moon sign and rising sign does have something to do with who the type of person that you are. But I am also an Aries, as you can see on my necklace. If you can't, okay, whatever. So anything that I say kind of down talking Aries, it's okay, because I'm an Aries and my mother's an Aries. I have a lot of close friends who are Aries, so I kind of know Aries a little bit. So this is my first astrology video. So it's kind of good that we started off with Aries, since Aries is the first one of the horoscope, and I'm kind of nervous. Okay, Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is the god of war or something like that. So we're very temperamental, and we can have some sort of anger issues. We are also the first, which means that we are very headstrong. We take leadership roles. We really can't be told what to do. It's really hard to tell an Aries what to do. Matter of fact, if you want to piss off an Aries, you try to tell them what to do. Yeah, we also have our fire sign. Self-explanatory. Aries, though, we're very optimistic. We always try to look for the good in people instead of the bad, and always look for the good side of the situation, even when it's a bad situation and everything like that. Aries are crazy independent people, kind of like out of the womb. Even Aries children seem to kind of branch off and do their own thing as they get into adults. You are very independent. Aries women are very independent. Just because of the fact that Aries are so independent, Aries women can sometimes be labeled as bitchy, too upfront, stuck up, bossy. But that is never the case. We're just very independent people. We know what we want. We're very confident also, which is why we could be labeled bossy and snobby and stuck up and stuff like that. But in reality, we're not. Like, you know, that's just who we are. We're very confident in ourselves. We are very courageous and enthusiastic. Aries can sometimes be labeled as heroes. We kind of stick up for people when we see something's being done wrong to them, or in a situation where you feel like something bad is kind of happening and you kind of want to be the good in that situation. Aries people are definitely kind of like the hero and everything. So yeah, very optimistic, enthusiastic, courageous, independent. We are also loving, even though we may not show it. Most of our weaknesses is that we're very, very fucking moody. Like, Aries can sometimes be very bipolar. Like, I don't want to use that word, but yeah, moody. Like, we're very, very moody. We could be smiling at one point, like, hey, how are you? You accidentally touch us and we don't like to be touched, or whatever the case may be, and we could switch like that. We're short-tempered. I'll agree with that, because I know I could be very short-tempered, especially when it comes to people who I'm very close with. I could lose my temper like that. I used to be very, very, very short-tempered when I was in high school. I've learned to control that more though. But yeah, back then I was crazy. Okay, like I was too crazy. We could be very impulsive. I know myself, I am an impulsive buyer, especially when it comes to Ulta. Like, speaking of Ulta, here's a bag right there. Yeah, I'm an impulsive buyer. I can't help it. Every time I'm online or I'm on social media and I see that there's a sale going on, especially if it's makeup, I'm like, oh my god, I need to buy it right now. It doesn't even matter if my bank account is zero. Like, I need to buy it. I'll use my credit card, just pay it off later. So yeah, we're very impulsive people. Even when it comes to like projects and situations, we kind of jump into doing things. I know when I'm like watching like on Pinterest or on YouTube or on social media, and I see like somebody's doing a DIY project or just something crazy, I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. Ooh, I want to get that done. Let me do that. Let me stop all my plans that I'm doing right now and do this right now, just because that's how impulsive I could be. We are also very, very, very notorious for starting things and never getting them done. Yes, Aries, you're probably like, oh, why is she saying that? It's so not true. It is very true. That's what Aries are notorious about. Like, we start things and never end them. So I've started so many things. Like, I've started so many YouTube videos and I just never gone through with editing it. Hopefully this is my first one. Another thing about Aries is that we are crazy impatient. Actually, like, so impatient that it bothers the crap out of us. Like, I want to say how to piss off an Aries. You make them wait on you and you tell them what to do. That's exactly how you piss off an Aries, with those two things. We are very, very, very impatient. I know I drive my friends crazy if we're going out one night and I'm already ready to go, and they still have like an hour, 2 hours left of getting ready, and I'm just like, girl, can we go now? Because like, I cannot be waiting around. Like, I just can't not do it. Very, very, very impatient. Aries and friendship, we are very generous when it comes to our friendships. We don't mind giving and not receiving anything back, as long as you appreciate it. As long as you say thank you, or one day you buy me lunch or something like that. We are natural optimistics, so we, like I said before, like, we just want good vibes, cool vibes, everything just like, you know, like chill, you know. Even though we are very fire signs, we try to avoid, actually no, that's a lie. We don't try to avoid. Sometimes we like to start things and instigate things. Aries, we could be pretty childish or childlike. Even as adults, we kind of hold on to that childish soul of ours. We are very playful people. We are very playful people. We joke around a lot. We are crazy goofy, funny, humorous. We like to joke around everything. Honestly, Aries, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but are one of the funniest people that you will ever meet, just because like funny is in our DNA. Temperament issues and childlike issues can kind of mish, and we can kind of like throw like tantrums or something, especially when we don't get our way. We could kind of be childlike when it comes to that, like throw tantrums and just be moody and stuff like that. When an Aries is upset with you or mad at you or annoyed with you, whatever the case may be, which happens a lot, we don't really say anything about it. Like, we won't be like, hey, I'm really mad at you for doing this and this and that. We're pretty much just like, we keep to ourselves. We're very quiet, but we will show it in our like attitude and like the way we walk, the way we talk. Like, we'll just show you that we're very mad at you, but we won't actually tell you. Again, very childlike. Aries in work, we are very hardworking people. We are very loyal people, especially when it comes to the company. If we are treated well, we will stay with that company, and this also goes for a relationship, for a very long time, as long as we are treated well. Aries could be kind of self-centered in the sense that we put each other first than anything else, which is a good thing and also could be a bad thing. I guess in the sense that we put each other first, like, I have to be happy, I have to be health-wise, everything. Like, I worry about myself first before I worry about anybody else, and yeah, that's very selfish of Aries. But a lot of people need to be selfish in sort of a way, you know, to kind of love themselves. Aries, we love ourselves. Like, we love ourselves to the point where it does come off as cocky, but it's not cocky. It's just like, hey, I love myself. You should too. Try it out, and then you'll be kind of like, you know, in a better place. We get bored easily, especially in a relationship. If you are in a relationship with an Aries, you have to be bam, 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 bam. There can never be a dull moment, because any little thing that kind of turns us off or it starts to get boring, trust me, an Aries will definitely leave you and move on to the next. And that just goes for friendships, relationship, even work. If you're not always doing something as an Aries, you have to move on. Like, it just doesn't work with us. We are like natural ADHD people, so we have to be doing something, keep our minds busy. I know the type of job that I am in, I'm always having my, you know, doing something different every hour. Aries are very talkative people. I know we could strike a conversation with strangers just out of the blue. We're very talkative, you know, we could hold a good conversation. We're very conversationalist. We are confident about each other, and that exudes a lot. When an Aries steps into a room, you look at them. You just can't help but you will look at them, just because that's just what they are. Aries, they exude so much confidence that it's like an energy that's overpowering sometimes, and we can come off too overpowering and too much of this and too much of that, and sometimes it can intimidate people of how Aries is, you know, just because we could be a little bit too much of everything at one point. So if you are an Aries, or if you do know an Aries, just know that it could be a little bit overwhelming at times in Aries. You know, try to calm it down sometimes, because some people just might be a little bit scared of you at first. I know I had tens and millions of people first of all say that I have a resting bitch face, and that I come off as very intimidating, and they think that I'm very bitchy and mean. But once they get to know me, they know that I have a really soft heart, and I'm funny, and I'm really easy to get to know. So Aries, you know, we just kind of work on that. I know I just try to smile more because I do have a natural bitch face. Very sexual beings, very passionate people. I know if you are in a relationship with an Aries, or you're trying to get to know an Aries, or trying to seduce an Aries, you have to be very passionate. Very, very passionate. Like, you do not understand how much Aries need passion. They need passion just as much as someone else might need trust, because without passion, there is nothing going on there. They will leave you like that. And also, you have to be very exciting. You have to be funny. You have to be able to get their moody attitudes and be okay with it, because Aries, we can't help it. We can't help being mad at you and loving you the next second. It's just how we are. We also say we're sorry a lot for a lot of things in Aries. You got to know that saying sorry all the time isn't just going to cut it for some people. Even though you may mean it, you kind of have to show that you're sorry, and some people just need time. So if you're an Aries, you know, just kind of watch what you say and don't say the first thing that you think. Aries are very domineering people. If you are an Aries in the relationship, or if you are dating a Aries, that person kind of wants to control everything and be the one in charge, whether you are female or male. I know if I was ever in a relationship, I need to be in charge of everything. You know what I mean? Like, hold leadership roles. Of us work where other people are working for us, or we kind of tell other people what to do. In a group setting, you are the leader, just because it is a pain in the fucking ass for you to be told what to do. Like, it really hurts. Like, even growing up, Aries have a lot of issues with their parents or being in school, because authoritative figure is very hard for them, just because they are very rebellious people. They cannot take commands or obey them. It's really hard for them to do what they are told, just because it goes against their natural instinct to just say, hell no, I'm gonna do it my way or the fucking highway, okay? So a lot of Aries growing up do have problems or issues with their parents, have issues in school, because, you know, they can't sit down when the teacher tells them to sit down and shut up, you know? We have a lot of friends. Not really, not me, but a lot of Aries that I do know have a lot of friends. I have my moon in Capricorn and my rising in Scorpio, which is like a very crazy mix, as my sun sign is Aries. So, you know, I have like all these other like opposite things going for me. I know I tend to kind of like sit back and observe people before I even like get to know them or let them get to know me. That's a very, very Scorpio thing to do. You know, if you are an Aries, or you have a friend who's an Aries, or if you're dating an Aries, or you have any siblings or relatives that are Aries, I hope that this video was kind of informative to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to be trying, well, I want to do like the rest. I'll try to do the rest, or at least my favorites. Like I said before, I'm not an expert or anything when it comes to this, So I don't know, maybe I'll talk more about Aries because I feel like I didn't get to everything that I wanted to today because this was kind of like a out of nowhere video. Definitely want to talk about moon signs and rising signs. If you are interested what your moon sign is and your rising sign, I will try to link down a website below where you could find out your moon sign and rising sign. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was very helpful to you. I hope you got some tips and tricks. No, because that's not what this type of video is. I just hope you got a lot of info and intel and you got to know yourself a little bit better and or somebody that you know. So with that being said, peace, good vibes, always. I hope to see you guys next time and thank you so much for watching the video.